Time to kick off those boots and put your feet up. Crack open a cold one, lay on back, and listen to another episode of Porch Potatoes on the Back 40. Well, hey, everybody. Welcome to another edition of Porch Potatoes. And, man, you guys are going to be so excited here today. Because, I mean, I'm sitting here on the phone with me right now, live from the Netherlands. I can't believe, man, we're a long ways away, but the bridges. I'm on live with Victoria Eman. Victoria.
Hello, Wayne.
How
so
are you
nice.
doing?
Yeah,
it's so nice
I'm
to
fine.
have you on the show.
Yeah, well, I'm so happy to be in your show. So happy that you wanted to do an interview with me.
Oh, no doubt. No doubt. After hearing Breathless, there was just, I was breathless. I had to get you in.
That's great to hear.
Yeah, no, it was just outstanding. So what's the weather like? Are you guys into spring now in the Netherlands, or what's it like?
Almost springtime. At the 21st of March, officially it will be springtime. Yeah.
I know, we can hardly wait. We're counting down those days.
Oh, yes, it's very bad here, the weather. A lot of rain, a whole month, almost.
Oh,
almost
wow.
every day. Yeah, a lot now.
So do you get much snow in the winter?
No. The past years, we didn't get so much snow anymore. It's warming up, the climate, and it's
that's
changing.
True too. So we're getting the shift in the climate, and I mean, I'm out on Vancouver Island, so I'm on the west coast of Canada. So our winter here is traditionally always wet, and we do get a little tiny bit of snow, but not much.
Oh, I thought in whole Canada it was a lot of snow and very, very cold.
No, that's
okay.
Total misconception.
Okay, good to hear.
Well, the funny thing is the most southern part of Canada is actually about equivalent to where Rome is.
Oh, I didn't know that. Really?
Yeah, it's funny how people often think of Canada and think it's really cold, but it depends where you are in Canada. So, I mean, I'm out on the west coast. Our climate is very much like I'd say, well, I'm in Washington State and Oregon. They're right near us. But another thing that's funny, too, that people don't realize is the southern part of southern Ontario in eastern Canada is the same, is at the same sort of level as Northern California.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so it's really hard.
Oh, that's great. Yeah,
well,
that's
so
great.
there you go.
I know.
I'm just giving some Canadian geography lessons while I'm here because it's a whole lot of fun. It really is. And so it's a vast place too. I mean, we span 6 time zones, so I mean we have it goes wide.
Okay. Oh, wow.
but let's talk about the music. I mean, I'm loving you. I mean, you sent me a number of different songs now.
Yeah.
And I'm just loving them. You've got a voice that is just an incredible voice.
That is so very nice to hear. Really, thank you so much.
I mean, the responses that I'm getting back from the listeners is, holy cow, Victoria can really sing.
Really?
She can really sing. That's for sure.
That's so nice.
I think I'm running 3 different songs right now because I didn't want to introduce them all at once because then everybody would just get way too excited and they wouldn't know what to do. And so I thought I'll break them up. And so right now, of course, I'm running Breathless because that's your latest single.
Yeah, exactly. Yes.
And was that just released just over a week ago?
Yes, exactly. Over a week ago, it's my latest single, and it's sent out to my golden DJ list. So you are one of them.
Oh, I feel so good.
And then it's going to be sent out to 30,000 radio stations in 52 countries. So
wow.
I have to make things ready for Airplay Bus from France I'm working with. And then they're going to send it out. It's really, I can't wait until they start with that.
So I'm like on the cutting edge of these things. I'm like right at the front of the line here.
Yeah, yes.
I'm feeling pretty lucky here. I get to be right at the front of the line. I mean,
you are sure
outstanding.
Yes, you're a great radio station, great concept as well. So.
Oh, I just want to have so much fun with it, and I just want to make sure that the artists are heard, not only just by song, but I want the listeners to know who these artists are. Get to know them, cool. And then we started doing this show a week ago with Ben Owens. Ben Owens came on first time I had ever done this type of concept. I knew what I wanted to do, and so Ben came on, and we spent an hour and 20 minutes or so.
Oh, really?
And we had so much fun. Just
so nice.
Crazy how much fun it was.
Well, that's great. And it's dynamic, People love that, I guess.
Well, and it became less about an interview and more about just a couple of people just kind of chatting about stuff.
Oh yeah, nice.
And
Yeah.
and people wrote me afterwards and said, "Oh, the chemistry was so good." And it
Oh
was just
really?
so relaxed, and it didn't seem so. They said time went quick. Like they said, we're listening to the show.
Yeah.
It went fast. Like it didn't seem like that. I was like, wow, it's over already. I'm disappointed it's over. And I said, well, don't worry,
Oh
Ben.
really?
Ben
Well,
will be back.
that's a good sign.
Well, see, and
Really.
that is the great thing is that I'm going to keep
Yeah.
having all you guys back because I think it's going to be fantastic. So
Oh,
then and of course, Jake joined me
Mhm.
earlier today,
Yeah.
and Jake was great. Like I've known
Yeah.
Jake now for about a year and a half,
Oh,
and
okay. Good.
Jake came on. And we just talked about stuff. We just had fun and talked about music and talked about all the
Nice.
things and the influences. And you and I are going to do the same thing.
Yes, of course.
We're just kind of sitting around like a couple of porch potatoes, just having a
Yes.
good time and
Exactly.
enjoying it.
Yeah.
So I get back to the music, and you've got this. So this is all part of a new album.
Yeah. Yes, exactly. The Breathless is my, let me say, the last song that I needed for my fourth album. And that's going to be released at the end of April, first week of May, something like that.
Wow. Well, they're going to be lined up. They're going to be lined up to get this thing.
Yeah, oh yes, you surely will get a physical one at least, and of course all my songs, the whole album. Then, when
so
it's
let me get this straight.
Mm-hmm.
This is the fourth album.
Yeah. Yes.
I'm looking on my directory and I'm going, Victoria, I don't have 4 albums worth of stuff here. And I'm thinking, somewhere down the line, my translation here with 4 albums worth is not really.
No, I understand.
I need more songs.
I didn't want to swamp you.
I'll tell you, I've listened through all of the tracks that you sent me.
Mm-hmm.
Everything from All Roads Lead to You, all the way down to Vows. And there is not a single song in this list that I would say, that's okay.
Oh,
I went
really?
from one to the next and said, yeah, holy cow, what's the next? I got to hear the next one now. But I don't want this one to be over yet. So it's just so good. I love, you must get it all the time. People love your voice.
So good to hear. Yes, I hear it from people. It's very nice to hear, of course, always that feedback. And if I can touch people, sometimes people are in tears. And when I hear that, then I think, wow, that's great. And I did a good job, I think. Put my feelings in it.
A good job. Wow, that's an understatement of the year right there. I mean, you're reaching into their hearts and you're just touching it because it's just it's that good. Like, and then of course we're going to talk about Hawaii Aloha.
Oh yeah.
We're going to talk about that because your daughter is just following in your footsteps. I'm just sitting there thinking, holy cow, yes. this girl's going somewhere too.
Yeah.
And that is so exciting to hear because we'll be interviewing her on Back40.
Oh, she will love that. She will really love that.
And we really should. We really should get her some airtime because that'll just kind of inflate the tires a little bit more, and she'll be like, "Okay, Mom, when are we going back to the studio now? Because I really need to go."
Yes, I hope so.
Yeah, we should set that up because I would love to chat with her. I think that would be so exciting for her.
Oh, that would be great.
And how old's your daughter again?
She's now she's 11 and a half years old.
11 and a half. Wow, yeah. Goes fast.
Yeah, exactly.
And she's at that perfect age now where if she starts getting excited about it, look out.
Yeah.
She's going to be singing all over the house. You and her will be just walking around saying, what a house to be in. Your guys' voices just, harmony singing around the house. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, but that would be outstanding. So we got to get her on this show.
Yeah,
but so let's go back. Let's go back and talk about Breathless.
Yeah. Breathless. Well, it's written by a songwriter from the USA. I work with her since, I guess, for a whole year now, I guess. Mm-hmm. And I work also with other songwriters, but she's from the USA. And I already recorded about, I guess, 4 songs of her. And I needed an up-tempo song because most of my songs are ballads. Mm-hmm. I have a few up-tempo songs. And then I heard this song and I thought, wow, it's a tiny bit of country rock and I could use a bit of a rough voice in it.
I loved it.
I love that. I love to do that. And
somebody actually wrote me, Victoria, and said, the growl that she does on the chorus, I absolutely love it. And I was like, yeah, that sold me too. That was so good.
Yeah, well, that's what I wanted to do with that song because I sing in a band, and that's a cover band, cover songs. Mm-hmm. And then over there, I sing, let me say, quite the opposite style of songs than what I record for my solo career. You know, the contemporary country songs, etc.
Mm.
And over there, I've cut the music and like The Way I Do and Proud Mary. And so now I found a song, and that was, yeah, well, let me say, where I could use that kind of voice in it. You know, you call it a growl.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, that's
well,
why I chose
and now that you say Proud Mary, I
Yeah.
completely understand where you're going with that, because that
Yeah,
is,
nice.
everybody
Yeah.
loves Proud Mary. Everybody knows Proud Mary.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I think Breathless,
Mhm.
I think everybody's going to love it and everybody's going to know it.
Yeah, well, they will be great. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's
It
just
already
it's
has
that
got a
good.
lot of I already have got some great feedback from DJs worldwide already, but it still has to be sent out to 30,000 radio stations. So I'm
Oh,
really
wow.
looking forward to all the feedback from the radio stations. It would be great.
Now, most of that I'm hoping is going electronically.
Yeah.
That's
Yes.
good.
Yeah.
See, I was going to say
Yeah.
that's a lot of stamps and a lot of packages if you're sending that thing in
No.
physically.
Yeah,
And
no.
it's, but you
Yes.
know, is that the title track from the album?
Wow, that's a good question. I was really, really looking for a title because I needed a title what was a bit, yeah, cool. Well, this title is not going to be cool, maybe, but it's going to be Breathless. Breathless is what I chose.
You know
I've
what?
heard-
I think it is absolutely the perfect title, because I
Yeah,
think
really?
that
Yeah.
song leaves the listeners breathless. They want more. And
Okay.
that when people like Melissa, who listens in,
Oh,
and she was
greetings to
all
Melissa.
excited she wrote me and said, I'm all excited about
Oh.
this specific interview. She says, I really want to hear all about Victoria.
Oh, so nice to hear.
And I thought, I'm excited about it too, because there's so much to cover. And and as I say, the song Breathless has been playing now. I guess I've had it for just over a week. I think I've just had it for just over a week.
Yeah,
and,
exactly. Yeah.
and people are loving it, and I'm loving it. So I mean, it's in there. It's playing all the time, and the feedback is so good. You know what I think we should do?
Mhm.
I think we should play it so
Yeah,
that people
okay.
people can hear it. And then we'll come back on the other side of it, and we got lots to talk about. So everyone, this is Breathless by Victoria Eman. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
Mr. Independent, I fall and then my world's abandoned by a rock star, sexy vision burning into my brain. He's a black-hat diplomat, heart-attacking kind of man. He leaves me breathless, I'm feeling helpless. He's a drug like no other kind. My baby leaves me breathless, I'm addicted to the devil of mine. Nothing like a dangerous bad boy. Every good girl deserves a boy toy. A cool Casanova bringing me to my knees. Yeah, he's a hold tight all night, coming from my wildest dreams. He leaves me breathless, I'm feeling helpless. He's a drug like no other kind. My baby leaves me breathless, I'm addicted to the devil of mine. Oh, I'm no stranger to his game. Every pleasure gonna bring some pain. I'm all caught up in this reckless road. I'm a crazy, reckless, satisfied, breathless girl. He leaves me breathless, I'm feeling helpless. He's a drug like no other kind. My baby leaves me breathless, I'm addicted to the devil of mine. He leaves me breathless, I'm feeling helpless. He's a drug like no other kind. My baby leaves me breathless, I'm addicted to the devil of mine. Oh, my baby leaves me breathless, I'm addicted to the devil of mine.
Oh, Victoria, that song is just so good. I mean, there it is. The listeners just got to hear it again. And I mean, the ones that are listeners are already saying, yeah, I already know how good it is.
Oh, wow.
And the new listeners are going, yeah, holy cow, talk to Victoria more. We want to hear the story.
Oh, really? Well, so great to hear. Yeah, I think the songwriter, maybe she's also listening.
Oh, that'd be fantastic. That would be
Yeah,
so great if the writer was listening as well. I would love it. And a
yeah.
big shout. What's her name?
Rita Wiles.
Rita Wiles. Rita,
Yeah.
if you're listening, a big shout out to you. That is an incredible song. Love it. That is so good. Now, if you think back, Victoria, back when you were just starting out into music, who were your biggest influences?
Reba McEntire
Oh,
from the USA.
Can't go wrong on that.
Yeah, I love that. And Winona Judd.
Oh, Winona, another brilliant voice.
Yeah, I love that. And of course, Dolly Parton. She's a role.
She is outside of Patsy Cline. I think Dolly Parton is where people go when they think country music, when they're thinking female artist. I think that is, you start, well, you got Reba Mac. I mean, look at the ones you've listed. How you can't get much better than that. I mean, you're bringing in like the ones who are like the masters of the art.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They're great. They're great.
Oh, that is so good. It's Dolly Parton. Yeah, you only have to say her name and not add anything, and people just go, "Oh yeah, Dolly Parton."
Yes, everyone knows her.
Yeah, that's right. So they were your influences as you were coming into country music.
Yes, they were, and also because of I was brought up with the country music. Even in the Netherlands, country music is not that hot. My music is played in the Netherlands, also on big stations, but there are not so many radio stations who play country music. But I was brought up with the country music in my family, because we are European Indonesian, and a lot of people love country music. Hawaiian country
oh,
music.
They do.
Yes.
It's funny because we talked about this with Ben, and I talked about it with Jake, is just how far and wide country music. I mean, people always associate country music, and they always think of Nashville, and they always think of Texas, and they think of that places that are the obvious places. But there's such a big market worldwide.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
For country music. I mean, Ireland has its own.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
But Larissa Torme, and that's where she is, and she's masterful. We have her on the station now, and I gotta get more of her stuff too. I'm gonna be bugging her.
Yeah, I know her. Yeah. And she
you can put good word in and say, hey, listen, send some more over, because he's just sitting there waiting. And, but I mean, all the way down through, like you say, all the way even down through Thailand and Australia, New Zealand, country music has become so popular.
Yeah.
And I love it because we have listeners from all over these places, and we have artists like yourself. I mean, I got artists from the UK and from Ireland, and of course you in the Netherlands, and this is so good. And it just goes to show you that country music is not limited to one space, one spot.
No, I guess the music is always, will always stay. We'll never, how do you say it, bore out or something like that. And
I think borderless. It's
exactly.
It's borderless, right? It's universal. Yeah. So I mean, and oftentimes we never thought about it that way. We always thought that country music was limited to its regions.
Yeah.
But there are no regions anymore. And that's what I love about Back40 is that we've made this our goal to make sure that this is, global. And so I'm loving it. We're getting listeners, and we got listeners in France. Oh, I got Johnny Westwood in France as well. He's in France. He's from the UK. And Johnny's great. He's such a prolific guy who's done so many things. And I mean, this goes to show you how widespread it is.
Yeah. UK, they also love country
music.
The UK,
over there. There's so much going on over there. Because I have Taney Lord is in the UK. I'll be interviewing her in a couple of weeks, and she's masterful, and I love it. And so, but so in the Netherlands, so country music isn't quite as popular there. Not on a global, not on a commercial scale.
No, sure, no, for sure not. Surely not. No.
But the folks at home are probably listening, and Victoria, they're all just tuned into Back40. That's what they're doing.
Yes,
they're just waiting. They're saying Victoria's on Back40Radio. That's where we're going to go listen, because that's the place to go.
Yeah,
but all those influences growing up and having the Reba McEntires and all that type would definitely shape what you're doing.
Yeah.
And it's funny, I can hear those influences, but I hear so much more in your music.
Oh, yes.
Now, I do. Like, did you have a lot of non-country influence as well?
But I started with recording some pop songs as well before I started with the country music. Before I came in contact with the songwriters, I was first recording some pop songs as well. So I sing all kinds of styles, but for my solo career, I mainly record country songs. Yeah.
Well, I'm so glad you do.
And what I also want to do is another project. That's the easy listening and blues songs. I want to make a CD with all those kind of songs as well.
Okay, I'm in. I want to hear that one too, because that's going
Yeah.
to be outstanding too. I just know.
You like Nora Jones, for example.
Yeah. Well, what I love is you've got the type of voice that is. You don't have a voice that. Like, sometimes you hear a singer and you say, "Yeah, as country," but I don't think their voice would fit into other genres. You've got a type of voice that, to me, would fit in multiple genres. Like, it's like, oh, I can hear you singing this, I can hear you singing this, I can hear you singing. You've just got that type of voice, and that just goes to show what kind of voice you have, because you can now stretch out and you can do the blues and you can do some pop and you can do some rock and you can really kind of do the gamut.
Yeah, thank you. Wow.
And so that is, that's not that easy.
No, yeah.
But I love it. I think it's great.
Yeah, maybe it's because of my experience in bands with all those cover songs. Maybe that.
Well, I don't think that hurts, because I've played with my band was called Montgomery County, and we played for a number of years here on Vancouver Island, and it was mostly a cover band. And we're still around, and we still do some things, but people associate it to me, and they know who I am. Yeah. And so on, like with you, my solo career is completely country. Well, I'm lying a little bit. So I do add some little bit of twist of, some rock sounds into that country, because I think that country is so, country actually brings so many different stylings into it.
Yeah, exactly.
That, it's hard to kind of define what is country. But it can be a really
mix of pop country. It can be middle of the road songs a tiny bit, which also sounds a bit country. Yeah, or
sort of country folk, or you could have a country rock, and so it really does. It is wide and varied in the way the sounds that you can get from country music.
Yeah,
which is kind of cool. Sometimes I find it's a little too blurred, but that's okay.
Oh, yeah.
We can live with that too. I mean, it's all music and it's all good, and that's fine. I'm good with it. So listen, let's talk. I mean, I have to talk about Hawaii Aloha.
Oh yeah.
Because you recorded that with your daughter.
Yes, exactly. It's that song was written by my buddy. I was working very closely together with him. A very good friend. Well, even more than that. For 3.5 years, I worked together with him. He wrote songs, and I was I don't know if you call it co-writing, but I was helping with putting in breaks, or I said, no, it does not have to cut the good feel, or put in an extra solo over there. Those kind of things I was saying to him.
Yeah.
And I gave him some reference songs.
Perfect.
And then I said to him, I need a Hawaiian country song.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's what I wanted, because let me say, I don't know if you ever heard about Indo country.
I have actually.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, those do mostly have some influences of, let me say, the Hawaiian steel influences in it.
Oh, which is amazing in itself.
Yeah, and that's what I want. So he was writing the song, and then he said to me, I said to him, and I've got an idea. I want to record it with my daughter. And he said, oh, yes, I will love that. Because he knew that she could sing. And then
boy, can that girl sing. Yes.
Yes. She was 9 years. She was 9 years old. Yes, when I recorded that song with her, she was 9 years old.
Wow.
And, unfortunately, he became sick and he got cancer. And he could not hear the recording anymore. So he said to me, please make it a hit song. And I said, I promise you. And I did 3 recordings in the studio because we needed a lot of backing vocals. 20 are in that song.
20? Wow.
Yeah, in the oohs and the ahs,
of course.
And the repeats. And my daughter also had to do some backing vocals. So,
I can hear her back there too. And she is just brilliant. Just brilliant.
Yes, it was quite new for her, of course, 9 years old in the studio. And then
what an exciting time to be 9 years old and to be into a studio. And you're saying she's 11 and a half now.
Yeah.
And the future is, wow. Yeah, future's bright for that young lady. Yeah, wow.
I hope she will keep on singing. Yes, exactly. So, yes, well, I succeeded in, that song was for at least 5 or 6 weeks on number 1 on a big, great radio station from out of South Africa, who streamed with many radio stations worldwide. And maybe you've heard about the Radio Indy Alliance. I guess.
Yes,
so.
I actually have.
Okay, I was on number 1 for 5 weeks.
Oh, I'm not surprised.
And it was nominated for the Radio Nashville Universe Awards. No, not radio. The Nashville Universe Awards. I mean,
wow.
And as best, what was it? Best Song of the Year or something like that. Yeah, together with her. So that was great.
But the funny thing is that I had this song because you sent it to me probably. You sent it to me at least a few days ago.
Yeah.
And I listened to it, and I was so tempted to put it on the radio.
Ah, great! Wow.
And I thought, no, I'm saving this thing. I'm saving it. Yeah, I'm saving it, and I'm going to wait until today.
Okay.
Because I wanted to debut it while we were talking. I thought, and now it's going to just go into regular rotation. It's just masterful. The harmonies, the vocals.
Oh, yes.
I can. You know what? I can completely understand why this song was number 1. I completely understand why it was nominated for an award.
Oh, thank you so much.
Because it is brilliantly done. And your daughter, we should all be standing up and giving her a little round of applause because her mom did a masterful job, and your daughter was outstanding as well.
So nice. I will tell her. She will love to hear this.
You know what? And tell her that on the next interview, I'd love to talk to her too.
Yes. Okay.
I would love her to be in on it. We can talk about music. We can talk about, because I'm sure that her influences are going to be a little bit different.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's exciting, and I think it'd be kind of fun for her to have an opportunity to talk on the radio and kind of just, talk about her experiences doing it.
Yeah. I will teach her some English words then.
Would love it. So does she speak a lot of English, or?
No, not that much. She can talk a tiny bit, but not that much yet.
Well, you would never know it in that song.
No, I know. She was
brilliant.
practicing.
Just brilliant. Yeah. Tell her that because obviously I'm going to have a harder time bridging the gap, but still, I'd love to talk to her. And it's masterful job. Love it. Just like her mom, she's a little mini you, I'm assuming.
Yes,
she's going to be. Hopefully, she'll be recording soon, and we'll have her on the station more often, because that would be so much fun.
Yes, I hope so. Yeah.
Because I think we should do. I think we should play the song.
Yeah.
Because people are now telling me, they're saying, Wayne, just quiet down and put that song on. That's what they're saying. I can hear it now. Okay, so listen, I'm going to put it on. Yeah. Now, everybody, this is Hawaii Aloha. This is Victoria Eman and her daughter. What's your daughter's name again?
Indy.
Indy, right. So this is Victoria and Indy. And this was Indy's debut, and recorded when she was 9 years old. You guys are just absolutely going to love this song. And Victoria and I will be back on the other side. Enjoy.
I really need this vacation. And now this big bird is flying so high. It's gonna be such a sweet sensation. Hawaii Aloha waiting for me. Hawaii Aloha, such a beautiful sound. Hawaii Aloha, with love all around. When each beautiful sunset brings tears of joy to my eyes, then I know this is my paradise. Hawaii Aloha, Hawaii Aloha, Hawaii Aloha.
I'll dip my toes in lazy blue water, and the place to do that I'm told is Garnet Sky Beach. And for sure, Polka is one dish I love her. Hawaii Aloha, waiting for me. Guy Beach with the clear blue water and beautiful sunset. Come on, let's go.
Victoria, that is just brilliant. I love it. And
so great to hear. Yeah.
You got to go give your daughter a high five and a big hug for us, because that is, it's so great to hear a 9-year-old sing with that kind of passion and that kind of like, wow.
And pronouncing the words well, at 9 years old.
Yeah, I mean, considering the fact that she's not, English isn't a language that she uses all the time.
No,
the fact that she's able to do that, you would not know.
Yes.
But what a great voice. She has got a future. I hope that she keeps singing, because boy, oh boy, she's just.
I hope so. I guess so. She's practicing already a lot. So.
Well, that's perfect. See, and then what we'll do is we'll entice her. You got to come on the radio.
Yeah.
And then she'll say, radio? Okay, I'm in. I'm going to go practice now. And so that's what we have to do. So that, but Hawaii Aloha, that is the debut.
Yeah.
Here on Back 40. Now that will now be played so that people can get excited, and then they'll say, where can I get my copies of these songs? Now you're on Spotify.
Yes.
Are you on Apple Music and iTunes and
everywhere.
Everywhere.
Amazon, Google Play. You know how it works. iTunes, Apple, what Amazon, Deezer.
I am. Yeah, I'm
Spotify.
on all those iTunes and all those places as well. And but that's great. So those of you who want to get Victoria Eman music, you don't have to worry. They won't sell out. but hustle over and get that stuff. Start listening on Spotify. Start putting that in your playlist and share that. Share that with all the folks that you know that love country music. And I guarantee you, this is what Back 40 is all about. It's making sure that you get out there and people know that you're there, because I think that people don't know you're there. Once they know, they're going to say, really? I've missed 4 albums? How did I miss 4 albums of this lady? And then they're going to want to hear it.
That's the problem, to getting heard worldwide. And
well, as an indie artist, we really, it's a matter of, I said that to Ben a week ago. I said, we're on Spotify and we're on iTunes and we're on Apple Music, and people don't know to listen to us because they don't know we're there.
No, exactly.
There's so many artists. I mean, how do they pick us out of that pool, right? I mean, you're there and you're overwhelmed. The sheer number of artists, of course, the mainstream artists are all there, but some of the most remarkable hidden gems are artists like you that are there. And all they have to do is listen in here and then go, holy cow, I love this. And Breathless, when I started playing that, and then I played All Roads Lead to You, and they love that.
Oh, yeah.
Just to let everybody know who's listening, I have more of Victoria's songs I've been holding back. I know. It's not the nicest thing to do. I've been holding them back. But I didn't want to give you everything all at once because it kind of like spoiling you. So I figured that we'll just kind of, now we'll start to get this stuff. And Victoria, and then listeners, I also found out that it's not only, I was mean holding it back, but Victoria's got more songs and I don't have them yet.
You will get them all. I've got over 55 original songs, so you will get 55, them all.
Wow.
Over, I guess maybe 60 in the meantime, but I have to.
Well, 60 makes me even happier now because then there's more to listen to. So that is outstanding. I love it. It's just, I really can't wait. So now your family. Now, do you have a big family in the Netherlands? Or is your family kind of scattered? Are they in other places?
I've got a big family. In the Indo family,
and
of course, and also my mother is from the Netherlands, and my father is European Indonesian, so I'm a half blood, like they call it. And let me say the European Indonesian side of my father's side, his family is living here in the Netherlands, and not so far away from where I live, and we've got a lot of contacts with parties and I've got quite a musical family as well, because a lot of people can sing as well in my family. Also my sisters and my brother. I also did some duets with two of them, my sister and my brother as well. Yeah. And
so when you have family get-togethers, is it like this that everybody comes in and says, okay, what songs are we doing today?
Well, often we sing with each other. Somebody takes his guitar with him, or we just trying out a song with free vocals on it. My father also can sing, so sometimes very nice. My father and my two sisters, and my brother.
I wouldn't do to be just a guest at that party.
Yeah,
to hear your family, all of you singing, I would be just like, I wouldn't know where to look. It'd be like, this is really good. Someone break out a guitar so everybody can sing.
Yeah, it's so nice. Yeah,
that is fantastic. So, and you and I touched on the off air that you've traveled extensively. I mean, you've been all around the globe.
Yeah, I've traveled a lot. Yes, Malaysia and Thailand. And
now, have you had a chance to sing in all of these places?
I sang in Thailand, I sang a song, and also in, let me think, Indonesia and also Turkey. I went 10 times to Turkey in the hotels. When they heard that I was a singer, I sang there as well. But
they're so lucky. They've got to hear you live.
Yeah.
And now I know you've been over to the U.S. and have you sang in the U.S.?
No, only in some kind of, how do you call that? Something like a CD store at that moment in Miami.
Oh, okay.
And they heard I was a singer, and then they said, "Oh, really, really? Can you sing us something for us?" And I said, "Yeah, but I do not have much time. We have to travel back, fly back to the Netherlands, and we have to rush. Yeah, just try one song." So they put up a song from Whitney Houston in that store, and I was singing, and I said, "Wow, you should do more with your voice." Those kind of things. And but at that time I was not recording yet songs yet from Songwriter. So
that was pre the career.
Yeah, it was in the 90s. It was.
And you say you've never been to Canada before?
No, not.
Okay, I think we better start a poll here, and we better get you over here to Canada. Because
love it.
We'd love to have you. I mean, there's so many venues. I think that they'd love you. There's no doubt in my mind.
I will come over, surely.
We'd love to see you, and then that'd be perfect. I'd be there. I'd be front row.
Yes. We have to.
I'd have my Victoria Eman T-shirt on. I'd be all happy. It'd be a good one. I'd really, and I know other people who are listening would say, "I'm in. Where do I get tickets now?" Thing. So that is wow. So you've been all over the place. You sang in some places. You sang in a record store in
in Miami. Yeah,
Miami.
Exactly. Yeah.
And now that I've never sung in a record store in Miami.
No.
So you got one up on me right there. I've never done that. It's so now I've got a number of your tracks.
Mm-hmm.
Of all the songs that you've recorded, of all the songs that you've ever done, Do you have one that is the most special or your favorite of all of them? I know it's a tough one because people ask me that question all the time, and for multiple, and I realize that it might be for multiple reasons. There may be a certain song that you like for them, but then there's this song.
I've got two, but the most special song is All My Life. And All My Life is a duet together with my buddy, I call him, because he was very close. We were very close. It is Vic Holdroyd from the UK.
Okay.
And me. So he wrote the song and we did the duet together. And had a lot of success worldwide, that song. But when he passed away, I promised him to dedicate my third album to him, because I have a second album with songs only written by Vic Holdroyd, because he was really one of the best songwriters I worked with. And when he passed away, my third album got the title All My Life. And I really love that song. I don't know if I sent it to you, but it's a really beautiful song.
I'm looking at my list here, and I'm feeling a little sad because I don't see it on my list.
Okay, it's not on my list. No, I know not why, because I wanted to send you the most recent songs, and but I'm going to send you my first and second album, so you will get all the songs, and my third, of course. And but you got mainly the songs of that will be on my fourth album, I guess. So
see, listeners, I've got an inside track on you.
Yeah, you will get all the music.
But I previewed them, and listen, you guys better get out there to Spotify quick, because these things are just absolutely amazing tracks. I'm loving it.
So nice.
And there shouldn't have to be a Victoria Eman hour on Back40Radio, because they're just so brilliant. I could put on a whole hour's worth and just say, there you go. And they
yes, do that.
And the thing is I want to do in talking about the station and all that. Actually, I'd like to do some spotlight work. So I'd like to have a thing where I can do a spotlight and have information and basically have, words from the artist. So like yourself, have some recordings and just do where it's a spotlight time, where there's going to be 3, 4, 5 songs in a row. And in between are information clips from the artists themselves talking about things.
Oh, great. Yeah.
And I think I just love that. But also I'm a singer, so I understand it. But now going back to the songs, you said there was 2.
Yeah, 2. Oh, yeah. The other one is Meet You on the Moon. And
I have Meet You on the Moon.
Yeah, really?
I love it.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, that's the title of my second album. And that song is also written by Vic Holdroyd. But I just love how do you say that? The feel or the atmosphere of the music, the words.
Yes.
The words. If you see my video, you can dream away, with that song. I really love that song.
Yeah, you can, and the thing is I find that with all of your music, Victoria, I'll be honest with you, I find that they just flow.
Oh, wow.
They're just flowing. And I think they're so easy to listen to, whether it's the upbeat or the ballads, they're just so well done.
Wow.
And your voice just fits into every single one.
Wow, thank you.
And I started was it last night or the night before, for the first time I played Vows.
Oh, yeah.
I loved it. Loved it. And I've been kind of I've been teasing the listeners a little bit here. Here's another Victoria song, but I'm not going to give you all of her stuff. Just kind of, because I had a hard time, listening through and going, which should I choose? Because I like all of them. And then I thought, I love it because it's a duet. It's different. I've been waiting patiently. As patient as I could. I'm like a kid on Christmas Day. I couldn't. And so waiting to play Hawaii Aloha, but it was like, I'm not playing that until we've talked, because I really wanted to have people have some insight into the song, what it's about. And not leaking out the information that your daughter was masterful on it. And I wanted them to hear it.
Wow.
And be able to say, I'm blown away too. And that's what I wanted. So I wanted to make sure that it was played at the right time. So I saved it. You know how hard that was?
I can.
That was really tough. It was really tough all week to not play that song. It was like, I really want to put that one on. But then I thought, no, I got to save that one. I got to have something up my sleeve for the show on Saturday. And so I just waited.
And now they heard it, so I hope they like it. So
I'm waiting for the messages to come in to say, how dare you hold this one back? This is way too good. So looking forward, I mean, you've now got album 4. Album 4 is going to be released worldwide.
Yes, exactly.
And yes, I mean, it's coming up fast. I mean, I can't believe we're halfway through March already. And so it's coming up fast, and you're going to release that. Now, when you look forward beyond album 4, what do you see for Victoria Eman? What do you see?
Of course, I go on with recording songs, but I'm also busy with preparing on, let me say, making, how do you call that? A repertoire? Is that the right word? So that let me say, I have got a lot of gigs with my bands, but
Fantastic.
I also, a lot of people asked me and they said, we see you everywhere on playlists and radio stations, but when do we see you with your own songs here on the stage? But I didn't have the time yet to just practice all my songs to learn them. You know that I do not need a tab or something, an iPad for the lyrics. I
exactly.
just need to learn them.
Well, yeah. I mean, that is a big thing. I mean, I mean, you're probably like me, where you know hundreds of songs because of your cover band. You're switching songs in and out. You learn so many. I get the same questions. People say, "Well, why don't you play more originals?" Well, because they don't. I mean, it's hard for listeners to understand that in order to do that, the backing musicians have a lot to learn. It's a song that's not exactly known to them. They probably know it, but it's not. They haven't broken it down. It's not something that they've heard for many years that they can just replicate.
Exactly. Yeah.
So it's a little, and also too, because some of the stuff that we're doing, we may not have all of the instruments that we need to replicate what they're hearing. I mean, Hawaii Aloha. Replicating that with a band doing sort of top 40 and rock.
That's tough, I guess.
It's a tough song to be able to do. And so, I completely understand where you're coming from. But at the same time, I'm hoping you're out there soon singing your stuff, because I would so love to hear you do that.
Oh, wow. Thank you. I will really start doing my own gigs this year. That's what I want.
Excellent.
And I also have got some contacts with Mason McLean. I don't know if you know him, but he's quite an interesting person from the USA who's got a lot of contacts with producers and in the USA, big producers.
That's excellent.
And he already sent my music to them, and he said, I cannot guarantee anything, he said, but I wanted them to listen to your songs. And he said, I just gave it to them. And they wanted to set up a Skype call or something like that. Yeah, and then they are going to discuss if they can do something for me, maybe produce a song, and he also asked me, do you want to do gigs in the USA? And I said, yes, of course, but I need somebody who's going to let me say, arrange things in the USA. It's
really tough to arrange it from a distance. You really need somebody on the ground in the area where you're going.
Yeah, well, he's at least 40 years in the music business, and he's CEO of, I don't know exactly what he was, but he is, but he's going to arrange, he wants to arrange gigs for me, and also help me further with maybe those producers. And so that's what I'm busy with as well. So it can be possible that at the end of this year or the beginning of next year, that I will go to the USA and ask for a sabbatical leave at my bank where I'm working, and then just go for a month, for example, to do some gigs over there.
Oh, that would be perfect. And you know what? On Back 40, we want all the details, because I want to keep everybody up to date. What's Victoria doing now? Like, where is she and where's she heading? And you got any shows? Because a lot of times I do that with the artists, is I will announce the shows, because we have listeners everywhere, and say, hey, listen, if you're going to be in this area, they're going to be there.
Yeah.
And so I'm hoping that we, as it grows, we're going to get more listeners in the Netherlands as well, because it would be so cool to be able to reach out.
Yeah.
and do that.
I will do a lot of promo for your radio station because I really love your concept. Really.
Oh well, I just love the fact that you do, and this is so much fun. I enjoy sitting here. I'm sure the listeners now are thinking, yeah, keep her on the show because she's really good. And I'm not letting anything go here. This is perfect. Yeah. But I think that the opportunity for you to be able to play in the North American setting is a great one.
Yeah.
But I think that also too, to not discount all the other markets that are out there. I mean, you got like Ireland and the UK, and they're a little bit closer for you, so it's probably a little easier to bridge.
Yeah,
and
Germany is for example, in
Germany,
Belgium.
And France. I hear France has got a substantial country music market now too, which is fantastic to know.
Okay, yeah.
And these are places you never think of because they're non-traditional country markets in the sense of what we're used to thinking about.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But I like it. That's good. I can go to more places now. I mean, hey, who am I saying? I've never been outside of the U.S. and Canada. So for me, it's like, it's time to go. First of all, I might go to the Netherlands first and go to a Victoria Eman show.
Yes, of course. Yes. Well,
and that'll be perfect for me.
You must do that, really.
Yeah. And, so again, we were talking about the future.
Yeah.
Do you see a duet with Wayne Montgomery in the future?
Oh, I really love that because I heard 4 of your songs.
I got to send you more too. I've held back. I got to send you more.
Oh, really? Well, I really
I'll send you the rest of the album.
Really, I loved every song that I heard of you. And I loved the guitar sounds as well, and the melody and your voice. And so I really hope if you can write a great song for us.
I'm going to write one. So listeners here today, I guarantee you, I'm guaranteeing the listeners today that there's going to be a Victoria Eman and Wayne Montgomery duet that will be heard.
Hey, they will remember this, what you are saying now.
I know, I've put it out there now. I've put myself on the line. I've got no choice now. This has got to be done. So yeah. So and I love it. I mean, the fact that that we could do a song together would be so much fun. Oh
yes, really. I really looking forward to that. Really.
And the thing is too, within the world, the way it works nowadays is that you can work together musically and be thousands and thousands of miles apart.
Exactly.
And it's just when you think about it, it really kind of, I mean, this type of thing was not available all that long ago.
No,
people, in order to be able to do things together, even if you were working in separate places, it involves sending the masters and getting them there and doing all that, and then getting everything back into a central place to do it all.
Yeah.
But now you can just, the master, I could go in and record my part of a song and zip it over to you in a couple of minutes. And it's like, there you go.
It's all done. Yes.
Yeah, it's really just brilliant how it can be done. And I love it. It just gives you, the world just got so much smaller.
Yeah. Everything is possible.
Yeah. And I love it. The fact that, I mean, here we are talking and it sounds like you're like in the same room as me. It's like, we're sitting here together.
Yeah,
and we are.
Exactly.
We're sitting on the porch. We're a couple of porch potatoes, and we're just kind of sitting here, just chatting about stuff, and I love it. So it's So now Canada, have you had a lot of response from Canada and the USA in terms of followers and fans and?
Canada, a few, I guess, but from the USA, I've got a lot of friends and DJs and songwriters I work with, and also who gave me a lot of feedback, positive feedback about my songs, and are following my songs and are fans of my music, etc. So also from the USA.
Well, here's my challenge. All my Canadian and American listeners that are out here, make sure you follow Victoria. Get on her page. And this interview is going to be out there. It's going to be heard.
Oh, yes, that's great.
All Victoria's contact information is there. And I want you guys to go on and follow her because she's exciting. She's got great. You guys haven't heard half the songs that you think you've heard, and so it's sad that they haven't heard your songs yet. But I've held them back. But I can't anymore. I got to let them hear them all because it's just way.
That would be great.
So we need to expand your fan base. What we need to do over here.
Yeah, do it.
Get more listeners listening.
Yeah, from Canada. I need them.
You
also
do?
From Canada. Yes.
Because then all of a sudden you're going to be inundated with requests saying, so did you want to come and sing in Canada? Because we really could use you over here. And then you get to do a duet with the Canadian guy. And then that just even puts you in a little bit tighter.
Yes, okay.
That'll be good. I like it. But to be able to be on Back40 and when to be able to have your music on here now and to play it is exciting because now there's going to be all these listeners who are not familiar with you, who are going to say, how did I miss this girl? How did I not notice her before?
That would be great if they will be saying that.
This is what Back40 does. Is we take you to all reaches and get you into all corners. That's
yes.
do.
Yeah, great.
It's exciting. It really is exciting. So, you know what? I have had an absolutely masterful time talking with you today.
Yes, no, me too. Well, it's really love to talk with you, and
you're going to come back.
Oh yes, for sure.
You're definitely going to come back.
Oh yes, definitely. Yeah.
And because because there's no way we're not doing this again. This was just a whole lot of fun.
Yeah. That would be great.
And so you know what I think I'm going to do, because I think that we're going to end on such a high note, is I think I'm going to end the show by playing At the End of the Day.
Oh yeah.
It's brilliant, and I think it ties it up nicely.
Yeah.
So you know what?
Yeah.
I want to thank you out of your schedule and all the things that you're doing and family life to come on here and chat with me.
Well, thank you for the invite, and I really love to chat with you, and I hope the listeners loved this interview and my songs, and I hope I will have another one with you.
You'll be on. Trust me. You're coming back real soon, and it's not going to be as long as you think. It's coming up real fast.
Oh, really?
Because I think that is great. I think listeners will be waiting to hear more from you and our little chit chats here on the back porch.
Oh yeah, of course. Well, I'm looking forward to that. Really.
Me too. That is great. So listen, I'm going to let you go off and have the rest of your day, and I want to thank you again. It's been a real pleasure. And folks, you got to get on and follow Victoria.
Yes, please.
And I've got all of her information. And we're going to have that all over the Back40 page. And it's going to be on the Back40 group. And
wow. Yeah.
Yeah. So I want them, they're going to know where you are. Get ready. They're coming.
I will be sharing it all over my page.
Perfect. And so that is great. So I thank you again. And folks, we're going to end this with At the End of the Day. This is Victoria Eman. Thank you again. We'll talk to you all soon.